Hey guys, it's Dan from World of Mr. Grey and we're back once again. This time not a debunking video, but more of a reading your comments, good or bad. And I'll try and answer as many as I can. This is currently week 4 of the lockdown in the UK. I'm going slightly, not slightly, I'm going completely out of my mind. Being locked in and only being able to go to the shops. It's doing my head in, but we have to do it. We have to do it. Because shit is going down. I thought we'd see if I can answer as many questions as I can. This might be a long video, I don't know. And we'll see how we go. But the first question, I'm just going to read up from the previous video as much as I can. See where I can answer, good or bad, see how it goes. I rate puffin. It's funny to hear you say that about the Japanese videos. Normally, if I'm watching one of the list channels and they say the next video is from Japan, I skip it. I've seen enough knockoff versions of Ghost Girl from The Grudge to last me a lifetime. That's true, by the way. You can pretty much guarantee 99% of Japanese ghost videos are The Grudge Girl. It's The Grudge Girl every single time. Or what's the other one? What was that film? It's really good. You watch a video and then she kills you. The Ring. Mind went blank. Yeah, you're pretty much in almost every other Japanese video, ghost video, you see that girl with the hair down the front. Now, first of all, she needs to comb her hair. Because, she's in every single Japanese video. So at least do something with your hair. And don't say any hair jokes. I know. Don't worry. But yeah, pretty much every Japanese video is bollocks. Utter bollocks. But yes, thank you, Irate Puffin. Carly Robinson says, I love your channel. It makes me feel less irritated at those ridiculous top 10 lists. You deserve way more subscribers. You should look at the top 5 unknown top. My god, the narration is so annoying. I don't know why I torture myself with it. Thank you, by the way. But I'm not aware of this top, what's it called? Top 5 unknown. I will have to look into them. But like I keep saying, a lot of these top 10 lists, some of the videos they put up, they're pretty good, even though you can still see the bullshit. But a lot of them, like I said, your chills and what have you, they do put out a lot of bollocks, simply because they need to keep that channel running, and that's fine. I will never want a channel to stop. How can I say it? Maintaining itself. Or, some of these people, that's their income, that's their only income. So I wouldn't want their chance to go down because of their shit videos. But yeah, just always take them with a pinch of salt. Always look further into them. Always do your research. And yeah, but I will look into that top 5 unknown. I've never heard of them, but I will look at them. RJB says, when you get big enough for merch, you need some merch that says bollocks. I don't know, would that be allowed on a t-shirt? I don't even know, but maybe, who knows. David Wright says, loving the videos, Dan. Also, Carol Baskin killed her husband and fed him to the tigers. Kill that Carol Baskin. I know what you did. I know what you did, man. Oh man, I was obsessed with the Tiger King. I loved that documentary. Every single one of them are crazy rednecks. What a crazy, insane world we live in. Darksea101 says, hey Dan, I have a question about a video that seems real, but I have my doubts. That guy that goes into an abandoned mine shaft and sees a chain swinging and hears voices. Unfortunately, I do not have a link, but I think you can find it on YouTube. Thanks. It's been bugging me for a while. P.S. Hope you're doing well and keep clean and be safe. Well, I thank you, Darksea, by the way. I know what you're talking about. Blue Moon has answered it right there. It's the Horton Mine ghost, which I will do a video on that, a full-on video, but people have already debunked that themselves. And basically, the chain swinging. Well, I'll add that in a later video, but it's already been found out as bullshit. Not the chain swinging one, but he's done another video where he goes into the mine and he hears like not an electronic voice, but like a voice come over like a tannoy or a speaker system. And then someone found out that it was actually from like a French audio clip. And in another one, which is one of the best, and it creeped me out when I first heard it, was when he goes into this other mine and he's like testing a torch out, a new torch. He tests out the gadgets and whatever. And he hears like a hissing. That, what's it called? The Harry Potter snake voice thing. And when I first watched that video, I thought it was so bloody creepy, and that was one of the times I questioned myself. I thought, it can't be. It's weird. It's not wind. It's not anything. Again, turns out it was from a free, royalty-free audio clip. So yeah, the ghost stuff that Horton Mine guy has put up is pretty bullshit. I still like his channel because he goes into mines and he does like an exploring. I liked all that stuff, the exploring part. But yeah, apparently those videos are utter bollocks. So, but I will do a more full breakdown for those who haven't seen that one in a future video. So we'll see how it goes. Stereolab says, love your show. Only show like it on the net. Do more often. I agree with the hierarchy of the shows. Admittedly, a low bar. Have you seen any of the haunted dolls moving with a sped up time lapse? Don't think Nuke does these. Bollocks, no doubt, but your opinion is always welcome. Hope you're doing well as it can be expected. Hold up in the UK. Was all over there for the leisure last summer. Wonderful part of the world. Well, thank you, by the way. Yeah, the haunted doll videos, I've seen a lot of them. And like you said, they're always sped up time-lapse videos. Don't know where he is at the moment, but I got this little... It's not a doll. I don't play with dolls. But I got this animal. I've included animal in my videos in the past. But it's a little puppet... Not puppets. I don't know where it is. Maybe it is a doll. I don't know. I went in one of those grabber machines. Best thing ever one. You know, if you left them... If you prop that up against a chair... Within, I don't know, 30 minutes to a couple of hours, you guarantee something will move or like something will fall back or move back. You know, it's just the stuffed toy, I should say, settling. You know, those things happen. And the other ones where I'll have to try and dig them out. The other kind of videos where you see the doll like put his hand up or something or turns the head. Either it's automated or it's just complete bullshit. You know? But I do know what you're talking about, and I will try and include them in a future video sometime soon. Luciano Braga says, hello Mr. Gray, I love your videos. You should make a top 10 of the most ridiculous paranormal videos you watched so far. I did, it was a chills video. But no, yeah, I do plan to make something like that, the most ridiculous, the most out there videos. Maybe I will do a top 10 of that. In fact, that's a good idea actually. I am going to do that because like the stuff I put up, I try to not choose the most ridiculous ones. I try to choose the most plausible ones. Sometimes I've included them, like I said, that chills video. But yeah, that's a good idea. I will include a top 10 list pretty soon of the most stupidest, utter bullshit videos I've seen. Good idea, thank you. Sonia Keller says, Dan, in the video the dude in the crypt filmed from outside, she's on about the Franco TV one I did recently, I think it was. You think there may be a cut. You said something about the camera wobble, but look how his head jerks back. How his head jerks back right where you're indicating the possible cut. You're spot on. It's a cut. That if you want to go watch that, that's in my... I think it was the last video I did. I think it was Nuke's Top 5 edition number 15. If you want to go back through them. But she's talking about Franco TV, and like I said, I'm sure there's a cut there. I'm sure there is. I didn't spot the head wobbling, but I will look back on that. But if you want to look back on that, let me know. But yeah, thank you. She also says, and you always say start here if you want to go straight to the vids. Only a moron would choose to miss a minute of your hilarious self. Keep them coming. I appreciate it. But the reason I put them in, I've done videos in the past, and I've seen other people when they comment, it's like, someone will talk for 2 minutes and then the clip will come up, and then someone in the comments, some snarky little git in the comments will say, just go to this time to avoid all the nonsense he's talking about. So this is why I at least give you the option which time you want to go to. It's up to you if you want to skip to that, but I always try to give the option. Tom Lee says, you should make a Discord server so everyone can send clips. Well, that is a good idea, and I do plan on doing that. Let me know if you want that, by the way. I think it'd be a good little area to discuss stuff like, you know, ghost videos. It doesn't have to be ghost videos, it could be conspiracy. I love a good conspiracy. Conspiracies, anything out of the weird and the insane. I love all that stuff. So yeah, I am going to make a Discord soon. Just trying to get it all set up, and we'll see how it goes. Tammy Webb says, hey Dan, I'm 2 weeks new to your channel. I'm wondering if you have ever debunked some of those time travel videos. I'm talking about the ones where people are driving and all of a sudden the person appears and the driver has to swerve in order to hit the individual. Curious on your thoughts. Maybe you could do a debunking time travel. I will absolutely do one of those videos, but I can tell you now, without even thinking about it, because I've seen quite a few of them, the majority of those time travel videos, they're pretty much always from the Philippines or Japan. They sort of go for that kind of thing over there. I don't know why. Maybe it's like a trend in those countries. I don't know. But yeah, the majority of those time travel videos where someone will like be walking and then all of a sudden some guy will swipe in and move them out of the way just before they get run over by a car, or someone will appear in the road. They're pretty much always from those countries: the Philippines, Malaysia, and Japan. I don't know why. It's like a trend out there. I don't know. You'll always find sometimes where, especially in certain countries, the ghost videos you find, they're always of the same ilk. You know, like, how can I say it? Like, the Middle Eastern ghost videos, they're always the same. They're always the one where they're, Bismillah! They're kicking bloody doors in. And, like, you know, all kinds of shit is going around. They'll see shadow people in the background. They'll see someone behind them in the mirror. It's all utter bollocks. But that, like I said, that is a trend in the Middle East. So when you go to the Malaysia, Philippines, and the Japanese videos, the time travel thing, that is also a trend in those countries. But I will do a full-on breakdown on one of those videos very soon. Craig Johnson says, thanks for including the Gettysburg one. I'm satisfied with the explanation. Made sense then when I thought of it like that when rewatching the footage over again, and after looking at images of Gettysburg on Google and looking at the landscape from various perspectives. You know, with the Gettysburg one, I think that was in my previous one as well. That was just my opinion. I don't know if I'm right, you know, but I gave you my opinion on it anyway. I think I'm sort of close to being right. I don't know if I'm 100%, but I think it's just a perspective thing. They're looking down the hill and they don't realize there's people walking like a trail or something. That's what it looks like to me. I could be wrong. Who knows? But thank you. Bogroll says, is your hair a ghost? Cheeky bastard. My hair is as real as the ghost videos I put up. It doesn't exist. Joek1 says, oi, answer me this, brother. What do you make of this 5G coronavirus conspiracy bullshit? People are actually destroying towers across England. This is catching on in social media. Would love to hear your take on it. Well, first of all, I think anyone who thinks 5G causes coronavirus are idiots. It is total and utter bollocks. That's my take on it. I mean, like, first of all, I'm not an engineer. Shocking as I know, but I'm not an engineer. But I know some stuff about these 5G masks because I've looked it up. Like, they use radio waves, right? You got ionizing and non-ionizing radio waves. Now, the ionizing ones, they're the gamma rays, the X-rays. If you've ever watched the program Chernobyl, when the reactor explodes and you got that blue haze going up in the sky, that's because the radioactive waves, or particles, sorry, I should say, are ionizing the air or the oxygen. So that's the ionizing. The non-ionizing ones are like your mobile phone, radio masts, stuff like that. Everything gives off a small amount, tiny amount of radiation. Everything, even the ground you're walking on, gives off a slight amount of radiation. But to say that 5G causes coronavirus and anything damaging is just so much bollocks. It's absolutely blowing my mind that people are trying to connect the coronavirus. Anyone who thinks, like, you know, they're like, there's been in the news of people attacking telecoms engineers. It's like, do your bloody research. You know, have a bit of common sense. The 5G masts are nothing, you know, just because they're coming from China as well. China, I don't know if it's the way around the world, but in UK, the Chinese are the ones who are making our 5G masts. If the 5G masts did start, or did cause, I should say, the COVID-19, what about the other countries who don't have any 5G masts? Why have they got the COVID-19 in their country? You can look up on a map. You can look up, there's about 20 odd countries who got the coronavirus, COVID-19, who don't have 5G masts. So to say the 5G masts, or to anyone who thinks the 5G masts are causing coronavirus, it's bollocks. It's utter bollocks. I'm not explaining it that well. So what I'll do I'm going to link below Simon Dan, right? If anyone knows who Simon Dan is, he mainly does flat earth videos. He's not a flat earther. He fights the flat earther conspiracies. He's the hero we need. I will link down below. He goes into more detail of the cause and effect of these 5G masts. Some people in his comments have corrected him on his numbers, but the core information from his video is correct. So I'll link that. Go watch that. It'll explain a lot more than what I just did, with a lot more sense. And if you go there, tell him I said hello, because I like his videos. Austin Schellin, I do apologize for butchering your surname. Says, I found your channel when I watched all of CD's paranormal debunk videos. Captain Disillusion. I'm a big fan of Captain Disillusion. And search YouTube for paranormal debunks. Your first one, if I recall correctly. I love seeing an idea of how things work, and I love paranormal videos. Your work is fantastic, and I love watching these videos. Keep it up. Well, I thank you, first of all. And I've said this in a previous video. I love anything to do with the paranormal. As a kid, I had all the books. I had all the creepy ghost videos in those books, which turned out to be bullshit when I found out when I got older. But I've always been interested in the paranormal. I've never seen a ghost. I've never seen anything to suggest evidence-wise that they exist. But who knows? I'm not 100% skeptic, but I will always look at the facts and the evidence. So this is why when I make these videos, the videos I'm spouting as bollocks, they're ones I can see, and then there's others I'll give my opinion on. But who knows? I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not 100% skeptic, but I only believe the evidence that is put towards me, and most of the evidence you see in these videos are bullshit. But I do love anything paranormal. I love watching the shows. I will always pick stuff out when I watch those shows, but I still enjoy them. Who doesn't enjoy a creepy video or a creepy film? I love horror films. I'm a big horror film person, but yeah, I always try to state at least that I'm not debunking ghosts. I'm debunking the videos that report them to be ghosts. I always try to state that. But thank you. Gaming Panda says, hey, first of all, I want to say that I respect what you are trying to do, and I like you because you are forward and upfront. But I really don't believe you are debunking much of anything. None of what you said was logical explanations. I really believe unless you can see strings or prove the people are dressed up or staged, it's really not debunking anything. Please, and I stress, please don't take it personally, because I am on the fence about ghosts and paranormal and cryptid and things, so I really don't know. I, on the other hand, have never had a paranormal experience or seen a ghost in my life, but that doesn't mean they're not there exactly. But I really just want to say that unless you can truly prove these things, it's not debunking. But anyway, take care during all these craziness that's going on today, and I will keep on watching you just in case you do actually prove one is not real. See you next episode. I appreciate the comment, and no, I'm not going to attack you for... You're allowed to disagree with me, I've had people disagree with me a lot. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to attack you for that, unless you be a dick about it. then I'll go into the comments. But yeah, no. I mean, you're right in some of them. Some of them are just my opinions. I will agree with you on that. And I suppose if it's just my opinion, you can call that not debunking. But it's always a logical opinion. And there are videos in some of my videos I've done previous where I have pointed out those strings. I've pointed out the visual effects. I do that if I can see it. With others, there's plenty of videos out there which I can see it and I can think, right, I think it's done that way. I just can't prove it. And I know that's not debunking anything, but I will still give my opinion on how I think it's done. So you're right where on those kind of ones where there's sort of opinionated takes on the video. That's not quite debunking, but I have debunked some. But I appreciate your comments, and I see what you mean. But, And Night Raven says, Sir Spooks at least tries to find uncommon clips. You are not wrong there, I can guarantee you that. But like I said, I like Sir Spooks. On the surface of it, he does seem... How can I say it? Sort of seemed a little more grounded than, say, Chills. I put him in the same category as Chills last time. I still stick to that. But a lot of the clips you'll find on Sir Spooks, and I'm not even gonna go Sir Spooks here. A lot of the clips you'll find on Sir Spooks, they usually, if you do the little tiniest bit of research, they're either like for adverts. You know, someone made like a viral video for an advert, or they're just the stupidest videos you'll ever find. So you're right in saying he does find uncommon clips, but the reason you won't find the clips on Sir Spooks in, like, say, a Nuke's top 5 or something is because even people like Nuke know they're bullshit. That's my take on it. I still like Sir Spooks. I'm not having a go, but that's why I think he finds the more uncommon. But at least to his credit, I will give him credit that he's not just trying to copy and paste the top 10 lists like these other top channels do, because you look at these other top 10 channels, the ones who got millions upon millions of subs, and you will find one of them will put out a video of a top 10 video, and then a week later the other channel will put out almost exactly the same top 10 video with just out of order. You'll always see that on the top tiered paranormal or any top 10 list for that matter. But so I will give Sir Spooks credit for finding stuff which you don't find on that top tier one. But a lot of them are bollocks. That's all I'm saying. AsabiD says, "Hi, happy to see you. I'm not high." No. "Most of them can just skip a bit if you choose. Pleased you did, Franco. That's exactly where I thought there was an edit, but I can't see it. I did see that camera move. I checked the video, and there's nothing on the floor in the mausoleum up until that point after the suspected edit." He or she, I do apologize, I don't know. But they're on about the part in the previous video, the Franco TV part I did, where he comes out. I think there's an edit, but before he comes out, he makes sure to capture the corner where the thing comes from. You know? So as to show, look, there's nothing there, and watch me when I walk out, and then that little sock puppet comes out. But yeah, I see what you mean. They go on to say, what's a bit of a dead giveaway. It does look like Stevie Wonder, the previous video. Maybe the maker of the vid is having a laugh at people who believe it. True. I think Frostmare is creepy as fuck. I like Frostmare, again, to his credit, he does put up the videos which you won't see on Nukes or Slaptam. He does try to find other ridiculousness out there, but I quite like his commentary, to be honest. I don't know where he's from. I do apologize if I get this wrong, but I think he's either Swedish or Spanish. I don't know. I'm thinking he's probably Spanish. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know why. I actually quite like his commentary. I think he has the voice for creepiness. And I don't mean in a creepy weird way. I mean like a horror story creepy. You know, he reminds me of those old shows he used to watch, and like they'd be narrating like a Dracula film or something. You know, in Transylvania. He doesn't sound like that, but I quite like his commentary. A lot of his videos on there are very bullshit, but I do actually like his commentary. He's got the voice for it, I think. I think he's got the accent and the voice. I don't know where he's from. I should look it up, but never mind. Silent Adel, hello by the way, asks, quick question, what's your favourite conspiracy theory and why? I'm a big conspiracy nut. I don't mean I think everything's watching me or listening to me. Except for mobile phones, they're always listening, and don't let anyone tell you they're not. But my favourite conspiracy, I love conspiracy, and I do plan, if you're interested, I do plan on doing videos about some conspiracies in the future. I love a good conspiracy. I think my favourite conspiracy, it's hard to choose, because like I said, I do love him, but my favourite one is Paul McCartney is dead. Or Paul McCartney was never, no, what was it? Paul McCartney was replaced by a clone, not a clone, but an identical person. And this conspiracy theory came from Paul McCartney in I think it was the early 1960s, just before the Beatles got major. He had a car crash, or he might have had a car crash. I can't remember, but apparently he had like a minor car crash and maybe sprained his wrist. I'm gonna have to look at it. I'm going completely off memory here. But then the theory is that Paul McCartney died in that car crash in, I think it's 63. And the Beatles, because they were becoming big, replaced him with someone who looks exactly like Paul McCartney. And the Paul McCartney we know today is not Paul McCartney. That is one of the craziest conspiracy theories I've ever read and ever heard or ever looked into. I think it's brilliant. I think it's bollocks. I do think it's utter bullshit. I think Paul McCartney is Paul McCartney. I don't think he was replaced by an identical person. Because think about it now, right? The Beatles, they've replaced quite a few people in the past. You know, before, I think it was before Ringo Starr, they had, I can't remember his bloody name. It escapes me right now, but they had a different drummer. So they replaced the drummer with Ringo Starr. And, you know, if in theory, Paul McCartney did die in a car crash in the early 60s, do you think they would have searched the land for an identical person? Because Paul McCartney... No, don't forget, they had to have found an identical person who looks exactly like Paul McCartney, who can also play the bass guitar and write songs like Paul McCartney. Now, that would have been a bloody stretch. Or, if Paul McCartney did die in a car crash, do you think they just would have replaced him with any random person or random guitarist or bassist or songwriter? They wouldn't have just, we need an identical person, otherwise we're going to fail. Paul McCartney isn't the only, wasn't the only talent in the Beatles. They were, you know, all of them were talented people. George Harrison, they were all talented people in the Beatles. Paul McCartney wasn't the only talented person. So, to think that they would go to all this effort to find an identical person. I'm sure I read somewhere they even gave him a nose job so he looks like Paul McCartney. It's bollocks. It's absolute bollocks. But it is one of my favourite conspiracy theories. I don't believe it for one bit. But that's one of my favourites. And like I said, I do plan on doing a video at some point about conspiracy theories. Because I love them. I love a good conspiracy theory. I try not to go bloody all Alex Jones. I'm making the frogs gay! But yeah, I love a good conspiracy. Meg DePaulo says, so many of these creepy vids are from TV shows. Many are different languages from different countries that many don't recognize outside the country of origin. Perfect example. In the Chills video I did, in fact, she's commented on the Chills video. In the Chills video I did, one of the ones... And this is what I mean about the ridiculousness. One of the videos, I'll try and link it below, is he puts up a video of, I can't remember what, Scotland. That's right, it's in Scotland. And the CCTV sees, I think it's a shoe shop. And there's like people in a shoe shop. And there's one woman sitting at the chair trying on shoes. And someone walks past the mirror and he has no reflection. No reflection. And even in the video, Chill says it's a vampire. Now, I put it to them in that Chills video, which I did about a month ago, that the tiniest bit of research you'll find that was from a UK, or Scottish, I should say, prank TV show where they were trying to fool this, I think they tried to fool this town into thinking vampires existed. That's where that footage came from. And it's not just that one. You can find loads, like I said, a lot of those are Japanese videos, the time travel ones I was talking about, where someone will appear in the road. A lot of those, they're for like adverts or TV shows in Japan. You'll find them all the time. And yeah, you'd be surprised how many of these like supposedly ghost videos, you'll find out that they're for TV shows, adverts, just like a bit of publicity for like a pub or something. You'll always find out that with the tiniest bit of research. So be careful of that. Quiet Bloom says his videos, right, he's talking about Steve Huff Paranormal, which I did a video on, which we won't go there because I got a bit angry. But I will read this comment. Quiet Bloom says, his videos make me really steamed as well. I've heard precious few EVPs that I thought were very clearly understandable. I do know that Huff makes these EVPs. There is another debunker who found the exact soundbite that Steve was using in one instance. It was epic. Yes, by the way, I did a video on Huff Paranormal. I got a bit angry because I think he's completely preying on the vulnerable. But there was one person, I need to find the bloody comment. Can't find the bloody comment now. I can't remember who it was. I answered them back as well. It's disappeared in my comment section somewhere, but I do apologise. I have forgotten your name. If it was you, comment below. But basically, and he pointed this out, and I completely forgot about this in one of Huff Paranormal's EVP sessions, and I included this in my video. He's trying to contact Stanley, and this is why I got angry, right? I don't like that shit. Right? But he's supposedly speaking to Stanley's ghost, and he asks, Steve Huff asks, is Bill Bixby there? Have you seen Bill Bixby? You know, Bill Bixby, he played the Incredible Hulk, David Banner, in the 1970s show, or the 80s, sorry. But the response he got back was Bruce Banner. Now, Bruce Banner was only in, I think, part of the comics and the Marvel stuff, the Marvel films, Bruce Banner. So Bill Bixby didn't play Bruce Banner, he played David Banner. They changed it for other reasons. So the response Steve Huff got, to me, it didn't sound like he said anything. It sounded like bullshit. But Steve Huff thought it was Bruce Banner, and he saw that as confirmation that he was speaking to Stan Lee. So that just shows how much full of shit Steve Huff is. I don't like that guy, and I'm not going to bloody speak of him anymore. Amelia Hickman says, Pinhonda! Ah, well, thank you. Diolch! I've literally watched all of your debunk videos over the space of 5 hours. Absolutely loving it. You're also a fellow Welshie. Hello. Anyway, there's this one guy who blatantly posts bullshit, possessed by demon videos. Please, please, please take a look at this crap. That is just a taster. I am no video whiz, but my common sense tells me it's at the shite. I'd just like to hear your commentary take on it, because I think it would be hilarious. You are now my favourite YouTuber. Sorry, Nuke, I appreciate it. But I did have a look at the video she sent me. I'm going to do another video. I'm going to include these in one of my debunking videos in a future video, but I've had a brief look. Utter bollocks is that. Complete bullshit. To me, I'll show you the clip now, but to me, this entire channel looks like one of those Mosagi bloody oh my gosh and all that bollocks 3M shit. But basically, in one part, I'm going to show you a brief clip where I'll include a bigger breakdown in a future episode. But in one part, they're doing a Ouija board, and I'm assuming it's his girlfriend. They're doing a Ouija board, and they start talking. He face plants the table, and fair play to him. He commits to that bloody face plant. He whacks it right on the wooden table. I don't know if he's like being pushed by a ghost or something. I don't know. But it made me laugh at first. It wasn't scary at all. But then I went back and looked at it, and you can see him just before he does it. He's talking to his girlfriend, and she starts saying something, and you can see him go. It's very subtle, but he goes forward like that, and then he goes like that. Almost like the first one, he didn't quite have the balls to do it the first time. Then the second one, he thought, "Fuck it, bang!" And you can see the little subtle move forward where he doesn't quite commit. But on the second part, he does. Total bollocks. It's total bollocks. But it's quite really bloody funny, and I've never seen this channel before. I will look deeper into this channel and see what I can find. But just that little tiny clip there just tells me it's absolute bullshit. And funny. Anyway, that was probably a long video again. I'll try and condense it down, might not, I don't know. But I enjoyed that one. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and leave a sub. Sorry, that was my comment coming up. Leave a sub if you're new to this channel. I do these every Sunday. I try to do them every Sunday. Most of the time they do come out on Sunday. Sometimes they come out a few days later because I'm a lazy bastard. Hope you enjoyed. And like I said, if you're still here at the end of this video because it's a long one, I do plan on making a Discord. Let me know in the comments if you are interested in having a Discord. I'd be happy to make one. And yeah, that's it. That's it. I got nothing else to say. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'll be back again. Maybe another one in the week. Maybe another one on Saturday. Well, definitely on Sunday, but another one in the week. Who knows? I'm rambling. Right, I'm going. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.